Imagine building a massive mechanical beast designed to eat endless mountains of garbage. At first, it solves all your urban problems. The trash disappears completely, and the beast generates clean electricity for millions. But then, the hungry beast grows much too large. Suddenly, the daily food supply runs completely dry. Now you have a multi-billion-dollar infrastructure that is quite literally starving to death. This isn't just a science fiction movie plot. This is exactly what is happening in China right now. For decades, the country fought a desperate battle against endless oceans of municipal waste. They built the largest incineration network on Earth to burn the toxic problem away. But in a shocking twist of environmental fate, they actually became too good at recycling. Now, to keep the fires burning and the lights on, they're doing the absolutely unthinkable. They are literally digging up 20-year-old landfills, mining the toxic past just to feed the furnaces. How did the ultimate green energy solution become a desperate scramble for everyday garbage? To understand this massive infrastructure trap, we have to look back at the early 2000s. China's rapid economic explosion had a dark side. Megacities were expanding at breakneck speed, but they were quite literally surrounded by trash. Filmmakers even documented this massive crisis, showing the capital entirely encircled by toxic dumps. The government knew they needed a radical fix, so they poured unimaginable amounts of money into high-tech waste-to-energy plants. The promise of this technology was absolutely brilliant. Instead of letting garbage rot and leak methane gas, they would burn it at extreme temperatures. This process would generate massive amounts of power, fueling the very cities that created the waste. It sparked a historic nationwide construction boom. By late 2024, China had built over 1,000 plants. That is roughly half of the world's total capacity. They engineered a flawless high-tech disposal machine.
But the government didn't just build incinerators. They also launched a massive cultural shift. Strict new laws banned foreign waste imports entirely, and major cities rolled out mandatory sorting rules. This wasn't just a gentle suggestion to recycle. They deployed cutting-edge surveillance technology to enforce these new environmental habits. In places like Beijing and Shanghai, smart bins are equipped with facial recognition. When you walk up to throw away your daily rubbish, a robotic camera instantly scans your face. It verifies your identity and weighs your recyclables. If you fail to sort your plastics and organics, you could face hefty financial penalties. And surprisingly, this draconian system actually worked. Citizens became incredibly proficient at reducing waste. Coupled with a recent economic and demographic slowdown, the total volume of burnable trash plummeted. This incredible recycling success created a new nightmare. Those 1,000 high-tech incineration plants were designed to run 24 hours a day. They require a constant, massive stream of fuel just to remain financially viable for operators. But today, the financial math simply doesn't add up. Recent data reveals a staggering reality. The national network is running at just 60%. That means 40% of this massive infrastructure is sitting completely idle and unused. Plant operators are bleeding money every single day, unable to secure enough rubbish to keep the fires hot. Some facilities are shutting down their furnaces entirely, while others desperately scramble for anything to burn. It is the ultimate infrastructure paradox. By successfully solving their ecological crisis, they bankrupted the system built to manage it. Faced with financial ruin, operators got highly creative. If the present isn't producing enough garbage, they decided they would simply steal it from the past. Welcome to the bizarre world of landfill mining. Across the country, massive excavation projects are tearing into the earth to unearth historic trash. They are digging up garbage buried decades ago, back before recycling was even a widespread concept. Workers are essentially performing modern archaeology. They peel back thick layers of contaminated soil to extract plastics and organics from the 90s. This aged waste is then sorted, dried in the sun, and shipped off to feed the starving incinerators. It is a desperate measure to keep the grid alive, but disturbing these ancient toxic resting places comes with massive, unpredictable environmental risks.
The sheer scale of this excavation is hard to comprehend. Take the Yulong landfill project in Shenzhen. To prevent overwhelming the nearby tech metropolis with unbearable odors and hazardous greenhouse gases, they constructed something straight out of a sci-fi film. They built a colossal emerald green sky curtain that completely covers the active digging site. Underneath this massive environmental tent, heavy machinery rips through millions of cubic meters of rotting, forgotten industrial history. The recovered materials are sent directly to the furnaces, while the newly cleared land is reclaimed for real estate. It is a brilliant yet deeply unsettling solution. They are literally terraforming their own cities just to feed a machine that refuses to stop eating.
With the domestic market completely saturated, the waste-to-energy industry is eagerly looking outward. To survive, these massive tech companies are exporting their incinerators across the globe. As of late 2025, Chinese firms have secured contracts for dozens of projects in the global south. They are building advanced facilities in Southeast Asia, across the African continent, and in South America. While this provides clean energy for developing nations, global experts are raising serious long-term concerns. Are they simply exporting the exact same infrastructure trap? If these emerging economies eventually adopt strict recycling and progressive zero-waste policies, they might find themselves in the exact same predicament. They could be locked into a rigid, expensive system that actively discourages the circular economy.
The story of this hungry mechanical beast is a fascinating cautionary tale about modern progress. China successfully eradicated its garbage mountains, proving that massive environmental action is possible. But they engineered a system with a fatal hidden flaw. They built an industry that requires endless consumption in order to sustain its own profitable existence. The ultimate goal of any green initiative should be to eliminate human waste entirely. Yet, when your power grid relies on burning trash, reducing waste suddenly becomes an economic threat. It is a complex puzzle with absolutely no easy answers. What do you think is the best way to handle global waste? Should we keep building smarter, cleaner incinerators, or focus entirely on producing less trash to begin with? Let me know your thoughts in the comment below.